Yeah, dude, welcome and huge congrats again. So, you want to just quickly introduce yourself and, yeah, just talk about yourself a little bit, like where you're from, what you do, or anything that, maybe not even related to One Piece TCG, but it's a tidbit about
Oh,
you.
yeah, sure. Hello everybody. I'm Aidan Thomas. Placed top 8 at the LA Regional recently with RP Luffy. About myself, I'm in college right now, studying engineering. So,
That's awesome.
um, yeah, I'm almost done with that. But that's mainly just playing. Been doing cards and then some volleyball here and there.
Oh, cool.
So,
You're in the volleyball
actually.
too?
Yeah, okay, yeah, I will, yeah, I actually want to see the Haikyuu movie that just came out, if you're
Yo,
familiar.
that's
I haven't
right.
seen it yet,
You
so.
haven't seen it? Oh, okay, I watched it
Oh,
last
man.
week. So
Oh,
good.
how was it? Was it
I
good?
liked it. I
I
liked
heard
it.
they, I heard they used the original animators, or from like the first 2 seasons or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, that's what I heard too. So, oh my gosh, it was really good. I
Mhm.
just wish it was longer. Like
Oh, really?
I was
Oh,
wishing,
yeah,
I
yeah.
wish it was like a season. But again, I'll take what I can get.
Oh, for sure, man. I
um,
mean, I wonder if they're gonna do, like, another season for whatever comes after it, but we'll see.
I
Yeah.
rumor has it they're just doing one more movie though, and so
Really?
I
Because, like,
know
there's so
there's
much
so
more after. There's
I
no way you can.
know there's so many more chapters after that, and they're
Yeah.
trying to condense it into one movie. So I'm very skeptical, but they did a good job with the movie though. So.
Okay. As long as they don't mess up the next one, it's like I'm good. But yeah.
But yeah, no, a huge congratulations, man. Yeah, it was so cool to see you topping with Red Purple Luffy,
Mhm.
especially in a meta where we haven't seen him in a while too, and so
Oh yeah.
it's really refreshing not to see like the Sakazuki Moria RP Law up there again. And so
You're telling. Okay, RP Law has been like this is
it's
his
kind of
first
new.
meta it's been on,
Yeah,
so like
you're
I feel
right.
like it's okay, but like Moria. Well, I guess Moria technically too, but Sakazuki. Oh
Yeah,
man, I've had enough of
Sakazuki.
that leader.
I'm so excited for the ban actually, and so also just because I have a grudge against Sakazuki from the anime too, and so like I
Fair.
refuse to play
Fair.
him, and so he killed my
Yeah,
boy
I have
Ace.
so I've been speaking of it, dude, I wanted to play Ace for so long, man.
Yo,
One of my
are you
favorite
are
characters.
you gonna try Blue Yellow Ace?
I've been playing with him recently just for fun, but
Oh,
I think okay, he gets a lot better in '07,
that's what I
but
hear.
I yeah, but I don't think he's quite there to where he's like I don't know, like a two B tier or whatever people say.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe like, but I think once you get to '08, it really like ties everything together because you get that new
Mhm.
event. I think yeah, it's like thank you for loving me. It's the one cost. You search top 3 for a Luffy or a Whitebeard, and then you can rearrange
Oh,
top or bottom the rest.
that's actually
So
really
like.
cool.
Yeah. The only downside of that is that you can't grab Baby Ace, but everything else you can grab.
Oh, because he's yeah, yeah, I see, I see.
Yeah. But
Dang.
like, yeah, you can grab like your 2-drop Luffy, and then I was like, oh, you see another Luffy? Let me just set him up for next turn or something like
Yeah.
that to use my leader effect. So there's a lot of fun stuff you do, and then 10 Beard is just a cool card.
Oh man, I do have a Blue Yellow Ace in the works for a custom. I'll make sure to send that to you soon. When even if it doesn't make it in the first one, I'll send it to you as soon as I get in. So
Man, if you want, no pressure. I do appreciate it though. It's yeah.
no. So the cool thing about Aiden, he was actually one of my very first customers when I just started to make custom art, and so yeah, that was my custom law that I did. Oh my gosh, like seeing that now is a throwback for me personally too. But no, like Aiden, thanks so much for supporting adakai TCG as well. But yeah, no, huge congrats.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Well, thanks for making these things, dude. They look sick.
oh man, the newer ones they have like the textured foil now because I work with
Oh
Kaizoku
really?
cards. I don't know if you've heard of Kaizoku cards.
Card D Kaizoku? Is it that
No,
guy?
that's
Or?
someone else.
I don't
That's a
know.
YouTuber. But Kaizoku Cards
Oh,
is
I just
another
saw
guy in
him.
the custom game.
Oh,
Really
okay.
awesome guy. His name is Jonik. But yeah, no, he has like this. He's like a wizard when it comes to printing. He's like a true
Oh,
artist with
okay.
that, and so
I'll have to look him up.
yeah, I've been working with him. It's been like awesome. But yeah, do you want to give us a brief history on your TCG journey? Is One Piece your first TCG, or have you played others in the past?
I've dabbled in. Okay, I've always liked TCGs when I was little, or just
Mhm.
card games. I played like Hearthstone and stuff online
Yeah,
because I never
yeah.
like collect, like yeah, And then I don't know if you know the Legends of Runeterra one. I
Oh
played a
yeah,
lot
yeah, I
of
played
that.
that as
Yeah,
well. Yeah.
that's one I actually enjoy. I haven't played it in a while, but anyways, like I think when I started actually collecting cards was well, I started collecting Pokemon cards for fun when I was younger. But
Yeah.
then like what is it? My brother and I we really like got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Like I think back when I was in high school.
Oh,
So we
okay.
played Yu-Gi-Oh for a bit. Nothing like modern Yu-Gi-Oh! All this like I'm gonna play my entire deck in one turn stuff, right? We're just like playing like, oh, he's gonna play what was it, Blue Eyes. I'm gonna play Dark Magician shit, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just simple stuff. We're just
The
dabbling
classic
in it.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was fun. But anyways, like I got into One Piece in high school, and I was like, I don't know, I really dug One Piece. I got friends into it, and then feel bad for them. You know, a lot of nights
Yeah.
lost watching it. But,
I'm the same way.
yeah, and I've found out that like, oh, they're making a card. I'm like, oh shit, dude, that's fucking awesome, man.
Dude.
I'm
Yeah.
so ready for that. And then like I think a year went by since I heard the announcement, and then it dropped, and like I didn't even realize it dropped because I was like, you know, I'm in college and focusing on that,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh shoot, dude, I need to get these cards. I just like, you know, things like to start getting people start marking up the like box and stuff, you know, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I first the first thing I did or with One Piece, or I got 4 friends. We went to a card shop and we just split an OPO1 box, and it
That's
just kind of
awesome.
went from there. Yeah. So pulled the or Zoro my first pack. So I was like,
First
that's just
pack
in my
All
bag
Guard
now.
Zoro,
Yeah,
dude.
not
That's
the leader, not the leader.
Oh,
But
oh,
I
oh,
remember,
the character.
yeah, the
Okay.
character. That's back when it was like one of the most sought after cards. Red was
Yeah.
meta and stuff like that.
I mean,
You know, it was like $200 or something. I thought I'm like, damn, bro.
I know it was like the coolest alt art too. I think like as far as the card design. But man, oh okay, so you started right from the beginning of OP.
I started collecting around then.
Okay.
And then yeah, I played a little bit like Red Green Law for a bit. It was yeah, that's what I love the thing. Or your print. But and then I kind of dipped out from like 03 to 04, and then I was like, I want to get back into it. I've just been collecting like because I haven't been had the time. Then finally had the time, and I was like, oh shoot, ST10's coming out. That's a cool
Yeah.
Luffy leader.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna run that one, you know. And I was just running that since like. I test with other leaders, of course, but like RP Luffy, I just think it's like one of the coolest leaders.
Oh, okay,
in the game
so when you
far.
got back in, that was a leader you came back in with, and you've been on that for a little
Basically.
bit.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that was one of my questions. I was gonna ask why red, purple Luffy, and were you testing other leaders up until that regionals, or were you pretty set on red, purple Luffy?
So okay, so I played Red Purple Luffy at the Santa Clara Regional back a while ago. I forgot when it was. I'm not gonna go dates. But
Yeah.
yeah. But what's it called? That was my first regional Santa Clara, and I placed I placed like 74th or something like that. That
Oh,
one was like I think it was a 500 person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, just
anyways, I
like
was like,
bubbling
oh.
out of top 64, like so close.
Yeah, I mean, I was aiming for top 64. I was just there to
Yeah.
have fun, see how it goes. But I mean, I've grinded RP Luffy for a bit, so like it was not too bad. But anyways, I was like leading up to this event, I was like, okay, I played RP Luffy, like last event. I want to try something different this time. I was like testing. I was playing around with like Queen, I think, because Queen's pretty fun.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
It's annoying to play against, I know, but like after playing it, I realized, hey, this leader is a lot harder than I thought it was. You know,
Yeah.
managing your hand size with your life. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll try this. But I don't know, like I just finished like finals like a week and a half prior, and I was like, I don't know if I can like just what is it, grind a deck out in like
Yeah.
a week and a half. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go to RP Luffy and just absolutely rework it back from when I was playing like 05 and then or like late 06 or early 06 and just go from there.
Oh
So
man.
yeah.
Yeah, so that was actually so. What I'll refrain from is I think there's a lot of videos of your deck out there. You've done the deck breakdown quite a bit, but what I'm more interested is like, what were some of the thoughts, or I guess the theory crafting behind your deck as you were approaching regionals? Like you said, you started on it with when you came back to the game, but now it's like this OP6 meta. Sakazuki's like rampant. Moria's out there.
Yeah.
There's like even red purple law, and so what was your kind of thought process and breakdown of like, yeah, how you approach that?
So, well, I had like the core of my deck built from '05 and '06. '06 gave, I don't know, what did '06 give the deck? '06 didn't really give RP Luffy too
I
much,
don't think it really
I think.
gave too much at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So, I mean, I just had my shell from, or the skeleton from like '05.
yeah.
Actually, if you want to know something funny, back in 4.5, I ran film in that deck. That was pretty interesting.
Film.
But yeah, well,
Oh,
that's before you got the Gear 5 Luffy, but that was a
yeah,
fun build. But once Sakazuki came out, the meta becomes like a lot faster, right? So it's
yeah,
like, okay,
yeah,
I can't play my Guild of Sorrow to draw two,
yeah. It's true. It's
It's like,
true.
man, I don't want to can't have draw anymore. So,
It'll just get
you know,
bottom
I,
deck like no other.
yep, 5 Dawn gets removed from 2 Dawn, bro. It's like, okay, man, like, bye. It's fun
Jeez.
playing with you. But so you have to speed the deck up, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think the biggest help I had was Monclay from EV.
yeah.
Like my experience going second has always been a struggle for RP Luffy, because like at least turn one you can play Zoro,
Yep.
right? And then your opponent, like, I don't know, they have 4 Dawn to work with to remove it, so only like really Sakazuki can remove it.
Yeah.
Or yeah, but like if you go second, you first off, I mean, you get a 7K swing in Zoro, but then
Hmm.
I don't know, you don't really get ahead and on as fast as you
As
like
you
can,
want to, right?
you want
Yeah.
to, yeah, basically. So like having a good, like, okay, ramp on play, like for your curve is just like going second curve is just really good with Bon Clay. Also, like, Jean Bart was just, it was a good card, and then before
Mhm.
Sakazuki, and then it's just, also like you need, Jean Bart is a 5 card, like,
Yeah.
really, like, realistically. So
It
it was
is.
just nice, like, throwing that card out and being like, okay, just here's these cards. So
Yeah, yeah.
it just sucks how they're a little expensive from what is it? The RP law players running around. So
Yeah, yeah, no,
yeah,
for sure, for sure.
yeah. But it's a staple card for good reason, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Um.
there's that, and then
Oh
sorry.
no, 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 keep going on ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. But yeah, no, I was just you had to speed the deck up basically, and
Hmm.
then also I think, like, what I teched into my deck, there's 2 main things that I changed. Was I put in the 1-cost Robins for Rebecca's, so I
Yep.
can just keep the aggression going. Although they did fumble that a little bit at the regionals, one of my matchups. But there's that, and
What
then
happened with that fumble though? Like, did you just?
I used it as counter instead of holding it in hand. And then when I
Uh,
use it as counter, like, oh, I'm gonna play Rebecca now. I'm like,
That's what
and
it was
that's,
there for.
I'm like, I put it in the deck and I just completely disregarded that.
Oh
Especially
man.
since I'm only running 2, it's like, I'm not saying that again. But yeah,
Uh,
there's that. Yeah, and then sorry, last thing, 7-drop kid. I ran 4 of them. I mean, would have ran 4 Whitebeards, but I don't have a 4th Whitebeard, so I was like, I'll just put a 7-cost kid instead, and
oh
that actually seemed
man.
to do the trick for a lot of the
Yeah.
matchups.
So
So
would you keep it at that ratio though, or would you, like, if you, and knowing at this point,
uh,
like,
well, with it getting banned, I don't know. There's a lot of different things because, like, I don't know. I'm really focused on '07 right now, so
oh, I
I'm
see,
gonna
yeah,
like
yeah, because
change it a lot.
oh
But
06 is pretty much over.
yeah, but I mean, I think once you go to '07, you can like drop it down to 3, maybe even
Hmm.
2. Like, I don't think it's an insane card, especially with the Nell in the meta, back in the meta. So
Yeah,
you gotta like kind of curries exist.
it's true.
So
It's true.
but that's pretty much it. Like, but I think for that, for like what the meta was during that regional, yeah, like I think having 4 of was actually really good. Because I mean, so what the meta was, what I kind of realized it was. Sorry if my camera's getting blurry. It's
No
so bad.
worries. No worries at
Yeah,
all, dude.
but it's like, yeah, a lot of decks are going wide boards, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's like one of your biggest advantages as a 6K leader.
Yeah.
Especially if you go to 7 with Kid, now your opponent has to commit extra Dawn to
Yeah.
attack, and if they're doing that, then there's less stuff they can play. So it's like, okay, perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, one of my games was up against my friend Taz during the regional. And, yeah, I think I got my leader to like a 9K or 10K. I got it at 10K, and like
Oh,
he's playing
jeez.
Yellow Black Luffy, so he can't really swing in a 10K without like committing all his Dawn.
Yeah, yeah, and
Uh,
then Yellow Black Luffy, like, they need all their Dawn to run their combos. Like, they like to drop the
Exactly.
Moria through the Luffy leader ability.
Mhm.
Oh, jeez. Wait, 10K? That's like 2 kids.
I managed. Yeah, I kept the Kid on board, so they didn't remove it. So I was like, Kid, okay, or I had 2 kids on board, then
2
played
kids on board on
9K.
the Whitebeard, right?
Okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's
I was like,
crazy.
Hey man, have fun with that.
Were there any matchups that you were trying to avoid with that
NL.
deck? Oh no. Okay. Okay.
I don't. If
Uh-huh.
NL was in the meta, I probably would have gone Queen. But I was like, okay, a lot of people aren't playing NL. I have a couple. I have a friend or like two friends
Yeah.
who are my locals who play NL a lot, and I was like, okay, this is like auto lose. But they were like, oh yeah, NL is like not really in the meta. I saw a lot of them like switching to like Moria and stuff for the event. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, if they're doing it, then that means I think I'm safe to play this deck right now. It's like
Oh.
reasonably so.
Yeah, because you,
But
you
that's
can't 10 drop Luffy to Nell, right? Because they just get their ability again right away anyway, and so.
Yeah,
Mm.
they get the ability reset, and then on top of that, ever since they got Kingdom Come or Raigo, whatever the
Yeah,
translation
yeah.
is, it's like you need to go wide against now, right?
Hmm.
But since you're only able to play one body per turn as Luffy, like they're just gonna
Yeah.
remove it, and it just becomes who runs out of resources first,
Yeah.
right? But the thing is that they can Raigo and then also smack you for like what 8, so they're
Yeah,
also
that's
getting
true.
cards out of the hand,
Oh.
so. Whereas they can just take a hit, refresh it, so it's auto lose. But I think '07 you have a better chance with the new dragon.
Oh,
So
yeah, because you can like, kind of like Dawn Recycle a little bit too, and he's a rush,
yeah,
and then.
yeah. Yeah, I think the biggest thing in '07, or because of dragon, is because like first off you ramp to dragon, and
Hmm.
then you can threaten double 9k swing when they're at 1 life, and that's right before they can usually heal. So
Oh,
like
true, true.
that's like you can just stay really aggro. And then not if they do counter out of it, you get cards out of hand, which is one of the hardest things in TLO, or in L
Yeah.
at least I think.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Oh man. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't seen too many people playing like. I was pretty interested in Dragon as a leader too.
he's fine. He's
Yeah,
fine.
have you tested him out yet?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
So
because
sorry. Your
you,
thing?
you can go on ahead. I'm
Oh
like
okay.
so curious about it.
Oh no, I'm a nerd out right now, bro. Okay. I think you can go first or second, either curve.
Uh huh.
But if you go first, you just go aggro. But I think one of the coolest things about the deck is you get to run the OPO1 Luffy. The 2-drop.
The two oh the one that's like
Yeah.
you put two Dawn on him and then he becomes 7K or something like that, or is that?
No, no, no.
Oh wait.
So okay, 2 Dawn. Activate main. Attach 2 rested Dawn to him, right?
Uh
Okay.
huh.
And then when you have a Dawn on him, he can't be killed by strike attribute
Yeah.
characters.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But like you don't use it for the strike attribute.
Uh
So
huh.
if you go second, you either play or on your first turn going second, you either play the 2K Sanji, right? 2K
Yep.
counter Sanji, or you play the Luffy, right?
Uh huh.
Your next turn, you're at 4 Dawn, right? You play the 4 cost Ivankov, okay?
Uh huh.
Attach the rest of Dawn to Luffy,
Uh huh.
swing 5. Now you use Dragon's ability, move it to Ivankov. Ivankov's now 7K, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
play like what is it? Karasu from hand, and then you can swing 5 into 4.
Oh my gosh.
And you just go like super wide on turn 2, and it's just man,
Yeah.
it's they have
Wow.
to remove. They have to choose something to remove.
Oh man, that's
So
gonna be so fast.
it is. It's a really fun deck, and I like how it's using like all these old OPO1 cards that just haven't really seen the light of day. So
Is that Luffy a 2K as well? I can't remember. There were so many
no,
iterations of the Luffy. That was like
yeah, no, that's that.
those are the secret
No,
rare.
it's
Oof,
I don't know if
I need
no,
to look it up.
I think it's a super rare. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
super rare.
yeah,
You
the
can get them for,
super rare.
like
The super rare.
$1.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I mean. The super rare one.
Yeah, I think the 2K you're thinking of is like a promo card.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Okay, yeah. There's so many different Luffy cards, especially in red too.
oh yeah,
Which one
they
was it
they give a
again?
long.
Wait, was it the one that had the alt art then? What is that, or is that a different card as well?
Yeah, yeah,
The
the
one
one
with like
time
his
that's
like
the alt
fist
art.
is like this or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one. It
okay.
was on the sleeves, yeah.
So that was actually my very first alt art that I pulled from the very first pack of One Piece that I bought, and I was
You
like
still
so
have it?
happy, dude. I still have it somewhere. I had just recently moved, and so like all
Oh,
my
I
One
see.
Piece stuff is in like
Oh,
a.
congrats.
Oh, thanks. It was like it's a pretty long story, but yeah, yeah. But so all my like One Piece stuff is like in a box right now, and so I'm still in the middle of organizing that stuff. But yeah,
yeah,
no,
okay.
it's like so special to me because I love that card. I love the art
Yeah,
on
you
that
can play
card.
it. You can outplay it.
Oh man, no, for sure. Because like I was a huge mono red Luffy player. Like I love all the Luffys, and so played the red Luffy for like OP01, OP02. Then I think I played like once Black Luffy came out, I was like all in on Black Luffy for a while, and then
Oh yeah.
yeah, and then I switched to Purple
He's
Luffy.
just he looks. I haven't tried him, but I've seen some like people play him. And it's like Interesting. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, no, he's so he was actually he was the only leader that I actually topped with on like a treasure cup, but
That's really impressive, man. Like with that,
but he was a sleeper pick though. He was like, because I don't think people really knew how to play against him that much, and so
dude, that's the benefit of playing off meta, man. That's the whole thing.
yeah, because like his effect is like once you KO something, you can put attach a rested dawn to him, and so like his whole kit is basically like doing what Black wants to do, like KOing something, but then he gets to swing a little bit higher, so you get like a little bit, either they take a life or you get a little more cards out of their hands. And so, like, over the course of, like, 4 or 5 turns, your opponent's, like, down to no hand size, and they're like, what just happened? Like, they're at no board, no hand size, and they're like, so you're just kind of chilling, so. But, yeah, it does suffer against the Sakazuki meta, because, obviously.
Too slow, right?
Yeah.
Play Rush Lucci.
I've tried actually. I've tried taking that in.
Is that the only rush? I think it's the only black rush card right now, right?
I think it's the only black rush card. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it is.
I think so.
And it requires you to put CP cards back into the bottom of the deck.
But that means you should be excited for the new Black Luffy coming out. ST10?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to try it, And so
I haven't played with it too much, but it's an interesting deck from what I've seen. Especially like it just messes with your opponent's like cost stuff. Like,
yeah. I feel like it would have been like better if Sakazuki existed in the meta, right? But now I'm like, it's like the cost increase stuff. Is it worth it?
No, it does quite a bit. I mean, especially because Lucci's in the meta, right?
That's true.
So like you still do. You do pretty well, and then like also like there's a lot of surprising interactions like Onami trigger, right? You can play around Onami trigger.
Oh, that's true.
You just have them +1, they can't Onami trigger, and it's like
one of the most frustrating triggers.
3,000 worlds, gravity blade. There's a lot that you can like play around. There's just your opponent like it makes a lot of I think blue and black. It can make a lot of their cards dead in hand, or they just have to commit more to get rid of stuff, which is always good for you, right?
Yeah.
So.
Oh man.
Also, that 5-cost Sanji card is insane.
Yeah. That I was reading through them, and oh man, like the power creep of the cards. I'm like, dude, had this existed any earlier, like.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
A lot of power creep in this game.
Nah, I mean, I was playing Red, Green, and Odin just in the beginning of EBO1 format. Mm-hmm. And I was like looking at some of the old Wano cards, and like some of them were just so bad. Like
they're
like so bad. Like I think like Kanjuro from set 1 or something like that. I forget the exact effect, but it's like you have to trash 2 cards from your hand to do like this really mediocre effect, and I'm like, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah. I remember the stage they gave Wano.
Yeah.
Like, what, trash a card to set 1 as act? I'm like, bro, I don't know.
It hurts. So do you continue? Do you think you're gonna continue playing Red Purple Luffy then for 07?
Yeah, definitely. I think I kind of have to at this point. winning that one, but I'm definitely gonna play other decks. Like that's what makes the game fun, trying all the same stuff out. But like competitively, I'd say RP Luffy. But you will probably find me bringing these whack ass decks to locals.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been playing Yellow Blue Ace the past like 2 weeks, so that's just been fun. But yeah, no, Vegapunk looks fun. Foxy looks really fun.
Yeah, Foxy looks really fun.
yeah, Dragon, man. There's just so much stuff. Like I've heard someone I know was like cooking up a Bellubetti deck.
Oh wow.
In 07, I was thinking about it's kind of insane because you like. I don't know, they're telling me, like, you play your board out, right? You play Dragon, and then use your leader effect. You have, like, a bunch of, like, 8k swings and 7k swing. And your opponent just has to, like, you just rip through your opponent at that point.
Yeah.
So, like, I genuinely think 8-cost Dragon is what a lot of red decks have been eating. Because, like, I don't know, like, the 6 to 8 cost range for red decks have just been pretty dead for, like, rushes and stuff like that. So they can't really keep the aggression going. Unless you're playing Ace, you have 7-cost rush Ace.
That's true.
He's bad. No one plays him. I don't know. Actually, next set he gets some interesting stuff, so it might help.
Like the
gonna
red
try
ace, or
Yeah, I mean he gets two things. I think he gets what's his name? Deuce, Mass Deuce. He gets
Uh-huh.
that searches an ace card or a red event for your deck, so you get
Oh.
that, and then you get this like I don't know, this 2K counter that like also can give if you play it, it gives your ace like plus 2K or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, more searchable stuff, right? And you can make your deck more consistent.
Oh man,
So,
yeah. And I'm really excited for the like new starter support that they're going to be giving, like all like the older leaders, not all of them, but like a good handful of them. Yeah,
except
I was
for
like,
Katakuri.
except for that, I was no. So what confused me was the Katakuri and Uda, because like they're still kind of. I mean, Katakuri already had so much support just from the sets itself, and then Uda just kind of came out like.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. They just launched the green one, and it's like, oh, here's another Uda star. I don't like.
I would have loved to see like more kid support, like just green kid.
Yeah, dude, I think they just need to get Supernova. Well,
Supernova,
the Supernovas in 08.
Yeah,
right?
it's true. Because like you have like
But-
the who was it? That releases in 08. That's
Bonnie,
yeah.
and then you get the I think Hawkins, right?
Oh, the
Supercross.
Hawkins. That's what it was. Yeah.
So, actually, you know what? Now that you'd mention that, couldn't you play like everyone's playing Wano Perona?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of that? Have you tried Wano
Kid.
Wano Kid? Isn't that possible? Because like what? The biggest thing is your leader effect. You're burning through cards, right?
Yeah.
But like, you have all this extra draw now with all the Wano stuff. You have all this draw and search. Couldn't that work? Couldn't you make that work?
Potentially.
I'm
Potentially.
gonna have to check that out later.
No, one of my buddies at locals, he's a huge Perona player. He's been on Perona since she released and hasn't switched, even though it's been a little rough. But yeah, no, like I think the black and green combo is quite interesting. Being able to rest on cost, and then yeah, he plays Isho in that deck too. And so he's like negging you cards, and then once that's on the board, you're tapping anything that's 7 cost or lower. And so it just becomes madness.
Okay, I have a card that will change his world. You should tell him.
Which one?
Don Krieg.
Don Krieg. Oh my gosh.
It's actually it's a sleeper pick in this meta, I think.
That's actually. Oh man, I gotta run that by him.
6 cost 7K.
Yeah.
On play, trash a card. KO 2 rested 4 or less.
Yeah.
And then if you put a Dawn on him, he has double attack.
And you like pair that with like, just any reduction
put,
too.
like, yeah, you can just put that 2 in your. I mean, go against the law. You kill 2 things on board for free.
That's true. Oh my god.
And then double attack, and it's a 7K, so they have to get to that, right? Right?
Yeah, no, dude.
I was another local one of my other locals the other day, and I was just playing with this one guy for fun, and he was Prona too, right? And he played that, I'm like, oh, wait, it's insane. Like,
oh jeez.
I mean, so definitely run that by him. I've thought about it. I'm like, I haven't tested it, but I feel like that has to be like a sleeper pick right now for green.
Oh
at least.
man. No, after this call, I'm just gonna message him right away and be like,
Have you
thought about this? This is not for me. It's from Aidan. You gotta take it.
Especially with Corona.
Yeah.
If they swing with like blocker kid -1, okay, kill it.
Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah. And if you establish an Isho on board already too, you forget it, dude. Like you're cooked. So, oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I mean that's pretty much like all I had. Just wanted to showcase you as a player, your thought processes, like show whoever's listening to this, like, man, it's so cool to see.
It's just jank going up in here, man. I just see some weird card. I'm like, I'm gonna try that out,
dude. But no, I think that's what this is. I messaged you about this too. I think there's a lot of people that will just watch videos and just do what's meta and think that there's no real space for other leaders to kind of like shine a little bit, Yeah. And so here, like seeing you top with Reputable Luffy in a meta where he was kind of written off for a little while. Like if you look at tier lists too, people were just like putting him in like unplayable tiers for a while and stuff like that. And so seeing you top in a meta where there is probably the most oppressive decks out there right now, and so
definitely, yeah.
It's really
even
cool.
Whitebeard coming back. That dude is like, whoa, dude, what was the meta?
No, it's so cool. It's like it's awesome, and I think like not to say I think some decks will just not be as strong as the other decks too, you know.
I
But
agree. Yeah, no, it's
no, but I love the mentality of just like being able to try to make something work, you know, like and just really
yeah.
iterating on it until you know give it its fair shot, and so
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, yeah, like you said, there's always gonna be decks like the promo Uda.
dude,
So yeah,
I don't
those
know
ones
why they
might not.
printed that out. Like
It's a promo. It's a
that's
promo.
true.
So
Oh,
like,
man.
I feel like if they made a busted leader as a promo, it'd be like that'd be a bad thing. Like
That's
Luffy, if
true.
Luffy was strong, right?
But they almost
But
like gimped it too much, you know.
yeah, yeah, there are people like. Well, I think at least they give us the green Uta, so
That's true. That's true.
I think it would definitely suck at the beginning when everyone's like, "Oh, we love Uta or Film Red," and then here's this crappy ass leader. I mean, I had a friend who built a deck recently with it. It's a funny deck. It's like does surprisingly well for what it's worth, but like
Oh
if you're
man.
not going against meta stuff, but you
Yeah.
know, I generally think people should like I don't know, just test more stuff. Play things you want to like. Don't conform to meta
Yeah.
personally. Like unless you actually do like the decks or stuff like that. Like
Hmm.
like they still like require skill to pilot. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. I just think that it's really it's not a fun game when everyone's just playing the same thing. I mean,
Me too.
easier for me. I know what I'm playing against, right? You don't know what you're playing against, but at the same time, it's
Yeah.
like I don't know. My first regional, dude, I played against like a whole like a fucking rainbow, dude, of
Oh
like
wow.
different decks. So I was like, that was like, even though I placed better at this regional, I think my first regional was more because I just played against a bunch of different matchups, and I was like, whoa, what am I doing here?
Yeah, yeah. No, I think
So,
that's like the most fun, right? Because like you're not just repeating and repeating and repeating like these
mhm.
like yeah, and so but that's kind of why I always kind of leaned against playing super meta decks, but yeah, it's just always so cool to see someone top with like a non meta deck, and so
Mhm.
yeah, man. Any sleeper picks that you predict in '07? Mine is RP Luffy, which
Uh, dude, the thing is, 07's a really diverse meta.
yeah.
That's that's tough. I want to say Wano Perona. I think I know some people are hating on it. Some people are loving it. I think
Mhm.
dude, I saw some guy play that on the sim one day against me. I'm like, what the hell is this? And then he like smoked my ass. I'm like, oh shit. And then like, I'm like, huh. I go online. I haven't seen any listings. And then some guy tops with it at like a Japanese regional or something like that,
Yeah.
or yeah, something like that. I'm like, this is insane. Whoever cooked this deck up, like mad props to them. That's an dude. That like whoever thought of that was either on something or just like just grinding that shit out, man.
Oh
It's
man.
a cool deck, but I want to say I think that one. But other than that, everything else is really diverse, and yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's good if you can't pinpoint a certain card like deck out, then I think it's a good meta.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
for sure, for
So.
sure. Awesome. And then one last question: are you going to be in any regionals or treasure cups coming up, or any of the in-person
I'm in.
events?
Yeah, I signed up for the August in person. I haven't really done any online ones just
Hmm.
because I mean, there's all the cheating things going on. I
Dude,
think
so many.
there's a guy who got caught recently, like that Katakuri player, or
Yeah,
was Katakuri.
the
Yeah.
back-to-back winner, I think.
Yeah, yeah. And, yeah. I think he was like, yeah, he sleeved a Kin Killer or something like that.
Yeah.
Like for
I,
like game, and I was like,
honestly, I think if you didn't have your sound on either, it'd be really hard to tell because like he put his
yeah.
hand like right at the edge of the screen and like
Hmm.
just slips it in there. Like you
Yeah,
can
it's
hear
really
it,
hard
but
to
yeah.
either like I don't know. I think regarding that stuff, like Bandai either needs to like put what is it? They need to put like rules down for how your setup needs to look. So like you
Yeah.
can like see their hand or something like that.
Yeah.
Either do that or they need to switch to the sim. I'm more for the sim personally,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I mean, like I feel like what they could do for the sim, because like they could say, oh, submit your deck list,
Hmm.
right? Like physical deck list, but then you just play it on the sim as is.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like people aren't like using like the different things, but like at the same time, it's like I don't know if Banda will do that because
It's not their
program,
sanctioned sim.
right? So
But
like, that's just how it. I
it,
definitely think.
it would solve
Well,
so many
sorry,
problems, though. You know.
it definitely would. Yeah.
Oh
But I
man.
mean, I don't know. There's also the other thing to consider on the online end. The online end is very like hold your hand, you know, like
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna use more after my gear. There's less things you have to speaking.
Yeah.
So like it is hard. It is hard.
Hmm.
Like I see both arguments, but like
Yeah.
I think just given the cheaters, I think it's just better to push it to the online format.
Yeah. I think it's such a big issue because, like, man, like people really try hard and play honestly, and then like
Hmm.
just to see like week after week these cheaters come out, like, and I think one of the issues too is like I feel like the punishment isn't severe enough for some of these
Yeah,
cheaters. And so
Bandai doesn't take this like they don't take it as seriously as they should. Like you
yeah,
know,
and so
I agree. Yeah.
no, yeah, it's just and I think there's like discrepancies like between like yeah what people are doing like topping with and then like the punishment that they give, but that's a whole other issue and stuff. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. I know it's been a pretty long so far. So, any shout outs you want to give or any socials you want to put up or
Um, no, I don't have socials, but I mean, actually, I'll shout out my store, DXN Provisions. If you guys haven't heard of it, SoCal, Arcadia area, great place, fun players. I think it has like of the places I've went to, the best mix of competitive and fun, you know,
that's
of the
awesome.
players there. So, if you're nearby, stop by. Yeah, it's yeah, that's pretty much all. They've been really really good to me. So.
Oh man, that's awesome, guys. Check it out. And again, this is Aiden. Really huge congrats, brother. It's been such a pleasure talking to you, dude. And so,
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me. And again, thank you for
hey,
custom
no
stuff, man.
problem. Oh man, I'm like so happy you still have that, man. It's like
Oh yeah, dude. No, this is like, you know what? Funny thing when I like right after I bought this and got it, right?
yeah.
I went to a local and they saw that I was running this, right? And they're like, "Oh, hey, are you looking for an AA law leader?" And they offered me for like $60. I'm like, "No, I just spent money on this." And then next thing you know, it spikes to like 200. I'm like,
Oh no, bro! I owe you an
I'm
all-star law
no, you don't.
lead.
No. You don't,
Oh
man.
man.
No, man. No. That's for that reason. I'm like, this is worth it. This was worth it.
Oh man. Well,
That's not your fault. It was just funny. It's just funny, man.
that's so funny. Wow, 60 is such a
Yeah.
steal, especially now that it's like crazy. But
Oh yeah, yeah.
oh
I
man,
mean, it's not even good anymore. So like,
that's true.
I want it to be good. I want it to be back in the deck. I love that deck, but you know, like, it's okay. I'm not in it for the money or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Oh man,
yeah.
it's been such a pleasure talking to you, man. I'm gonna have to pick your brain again, especially as OPO7 starts to develop too. And so,
Hmm.
we'd love to have you back on in the future. And man, thank you
Hey,
so
run
much.
some games, man. I'm down.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. We'll have to do. Yeah, maybe we can record some games and just practice too. And so, I'm always down for webs for sure.
I'll play some. I'm gonna play some weird shit, man.
Oh,
Hey,
I'm
hey,
ready.
Animal Kingdom Nami, you're not ready.
Yo, let's go. I'll play some weird stuff too, dude. No,
Okay.
yeah. Also, I forgot to mention, like, huge thank you for defending Red Purple Kid. Like, someone was mentioning, like, oh, except that guy, and you kind of like gave a comment, like, I think it's not that bad. Like, someone has to cook it. And, like, I'm like, dude, I feel the same way.
It will come around eventually. I think like, if it's not good now, like I guess I think like, well, I think is just a big thing is people just haven't tested it enough. You know,
Yeah.
I think there's one guy on YouTube who also has tested it a bunch.
Uh huh.
So there's somebody out there trying something, but like one day I do think it's gonna get the cards it needs.
That might
You
have been
know?
me. I've been like releasing a lot of videos on that guy because I think he's
Are
like a
they?
sleeper pick. But there's like a 5-life dual color leader that can attack. Just feels
I'll
kinda
have
nice,
to.
but-
I'll have to try that out.
Anyway, man, have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for
Yeah, you
talking
too,
to me,
man. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me. All right.